Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day one of the expansion. And I just wanted I know I had a great time. We streamed it was a 16-hour stream. I just woke up, I'm kind of exhausted. But I'm looking at the decks, I'm looking at what looks good. I know what I played last night, I know what felt good, I know kind of what didn't feel good. And I kind of want to give you just a bunch of what I think are good, like some of the best standout day one decks. To play. These are kind of things I recommend you play, especially if you want to play something a little bit newer. But some of them are updates to old archetypes, but with a lot of new cards. But something that's definitely feels fresh, but also very powerful. And I think when I was looking at decks and on Twitter and HS Replay, HS Replay now has decks, and if you look at it, here's sorted by win rate, and you can see Paladin, 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 Paladin. Its Paladin is everywhere. I'm playing so much Paladin. It's really, really good right now. I got a lot of power, and there's so many archetypes. There's Libram Paladin. There's Secret Paladin. Then there's Libram Secret Paladin. We were playing that last night on stream. There's a million different Paladin builds, and you're probably wondering what to play. And you know what? You could probably pick any of them. They look so good. The core of Paladin is so strong right now, so you can do a lot of different stuff. But here's two that I thought looked really good. This one is one of the strongest performers, and it runs one of the veteran War Medic. And this card is so annoying. I played against it on the other side. They use the Librams, and it can, which is a holy spell, and it acts as a Violet Teacher. But guess what? This Violet Teacher is better than most Violet Teachers because they have 2/2 lifesteal. Your opponent, like you're doing well, but your opponent does one of these, and you're just done if you're a tempo deck because not only you have to deal with this board, but all the damage you do in their face is often negated. So really, really strong. So overall, this list looks so solid. It has Talon Fording, which tutors out your Lady Theodrin. So you can always get Lady Theodrin, your powerful late game win condition. Real solid. It's got Devout Pupils. I love Devout Pupils. Overall, this list looks phenomenal. Just really, really solid. So, and it has one of the highest win rates on HS Replay right now. And I just looked at it and looked with my own brain and said, yeah, this looks really good. If you're going to go the pure Libram route. If you're going to go the pure Seeker route, I recommend this. This looks really solid. Now, unlike in the Libram Paladin, I like running the Kazakus and the Secret because we need more value in this because we kind of have a lower curve. But that being said, this just has this list is kind of what you would expect. It's got the Secret synergy that with things like the Crossroads Gossiper, the Sun Reaver Spy. This is nothing. This is kind of what people expected. It's got Talon Fording to tutor out your Cannon Master. Just real solid. I think this deck might not be as good in a week as the meta gets more figured out, but it's just a really solid, does its own thing, really, really annoying with all the secrets. You can definitely crush the ladder with this deck right now. Next, just honorable mention to the deck I played the most. I think I played 8 hours of this deck. Pheno made this deck. It's real good. It's super fun. And but I'm gonna say it's hard. You have turns where you're discounting your whole hand and you're playing 10, 15 cards in a turn. That's not something that happens once every 10 games. That's what happens once every 2 games. Like you have to have these really complicated turns. If you watch my stream, when I go on these big turns, I'll literally start saying 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be counting out how many cards I play, so I can know how much damage my Prize Plunder is gonna do. Because that's like one of the skills of the deck. And there's just ridiculous stuff you can do. We've had some amazing comebacks with this deck, where I think we had a opponent did a turn 4 with 1/2 taunts on board. With a turn 4, they went like Coin, Lightning Bloom, Solar Flare, Arbor Up, and had a giant board. And we were able to go Field Contact. Like I think we played a Pen Flinger. Then we played like a zero, like we did a 0 mana Prize Plunder. We Shadow Stepped the Prize Plunder. We did it again. We got another Shadow Step. We Shadow Stepped it. We did it again. Then we got another prize plunder. We did it again, and we were able to clear enough off the board that we didn't die, and then we were able to stabilize and win the game. Insane game. So really strong deck. Hard, but if you like the rogue style, this deck just feels phenomenal. I kind of posted the YouTube video earlier, and I posted on my Twitter, but one of the biggest, I think this deck almost just like, it's just carried by Jandis. Jandis Shadow Step is so strong, so you can just Jandis Shadow Step and put 5 drops are so ridiculous right now. So like I'm winning games, so many games by just abusing Jandis, where I'm just like Shadow Stepping or Shadow Step over and over and over again, and it's such a, I'm like, I just know this card's strong, and I'm just using it over and over again, and my opponent can't deal with all the Jandises. So really strong deck right now. Next, I want to go to No Minion Mage. Now, this is the list I was playing right now. This is not the list I'm going to recommend. We were running deck Lunacy, which was a lot of fun. But while I was running, I was finding like we were doing good, and then we just weren't able to have enough to kill our opponent. And that's kind of my impression with this. And I saw Meaty this morning got #1 legend with this version. This version looks really good. This is what I'm recommending. It kind of doesn't run the meme of Lunacy, which we were having a lot of fun with. But it runs Wildfires and Mask of Cthulhu. I was already thinking about cutting the Flame Strikes for Mask of Cthulhu because Flame Strikes were just dead in my hand a lot. And I really like this Wildfire choice where you're just pinging your opponent down. And you can just kind of play a lot more safe. It's interesting he's running Netherwind Portals, which is an interesting choice. But it looks like this list is not, it's not really looking to, you know, get minions on board. It just can really just burn all the damage from board realistically, because it just has with these wildfires, you know, you get the late game, you're just pinging for 3 every turn. You're gonna kill them eventually. It might be a while, but you're gonna do it. So I really like the look of this list. And Spell Damage Mage is one of the best decks right now. And I think one of the subtle things about it is it has Devolving Missiles, and Devolving Missiles can deal with the Watchtower. And your opponent plays coin, you know, Watchtower on 1 or plays it on 2. You don't have an answer. You're just usually losing the game. It's such a strong start where it just slows down your opponent's tempo so much. So having this quick Devolving Missiles, real nice to deal with those Watchtowers, can just really wreck. So I think that's one of the reasons why Mage is going to do well. It's just because it has Devolving Missiles. I could even see, though, I don't think a good Shaman list has come out yet, but I could see Shaman doing well just because it has Devolving Missiles, and you just have to deal with those 2/4s. And if you don't have a good answer, you often lose the game, and there's not many answers out there. So yeah, I think this list is really solid overall. Next we got, and then oh, actually I wanted to do this one first. We have Deathrattle DH. So this I saw John Brewer was doing well, but then I saw this list that wants Watch Posts, and pretty much I'm convinced that every deck's going to run Watch Posts eventually. That's good. So it's got the Deathrattle synergy that you'd expect, but it's got, you know, the Death Speaker, and it's even running these Ildari Inquisitors, which are interesting. So you can just, like, you can play this, rush into something, and then hit them in the face and hit them in the face. So this can be basically turned into a 8/8 charge, which is, you know, that's pretty good. If it can hit two things at once. So you're using the Watch Post to kind of slow down, but then you're playing these Deathrattle cards, and you're tutoring out stuff. This is kind of similar to my Theory Crafted version, but they've kind of figured out what they think is good and what is not good. But this is one of the top performing lists, and I think there's a lot of potential in the Deathrattle Demon Hunter archetype. I think it hasn't quite figured out what are the best cards, but this list caught my fancy. It's doing really well on HS Replay, so I think you know, it could be a fluke, but this is a deck I'll be playing probably tonight on stream, trying it out. So try it out. And finally, we've got Control Warlock. Control Warlock just has so many strong tools right now. This is one of the most played lists right now. It's running the Ogre-Mancers. It's running Cascading Disaster. I think there's a debate between Cascading Disaster and Kazakus. I tried a list with Kazakus, and it felt like we just didn't need the value of Kazakus. I would rather have something that would more immediate effect, like a Cascading Disaster. So I think the Cascading Disaster is a little bit better than Kazakus, because you have plenty of value. It's more about being efficient. So, but overall, this list looked really solid. Control Warlock is doing really well right now. It has the Draxus late condition. It's got the Ticketus. It's got like really powerful late game stuff and tons of heal. But I did play it. I played against 2 rogues, and I think someone on my stream or on my YouTube video for the rogue video said, "Oh, this can't be Control Warlock," and I was thinking, I think it's the other way around, but it might be a skill thing where I played this deck against rogues and I lost 2 times, and I played rogues against Control Warlock and I was winning really badly. I think this is gonna. I think this does well against Paladin, but I'm not really sure. Let me take a quick look. So unfortunately, there's not like a lot of statistics out there right now, so it's a lot of speculation. But let's see if I were to guess. So according to the stats, I mean, this annihilates Priest, but nobody's playing Priest right now. So, but yeah, it does poorly against rogues. And it's so, but I think what this list is doing, it's just really solid, and it's cleaning up everything that isn't rogue and paladin. And there's a reason why, like I said, those are the best 2 classes right now. But those still. So, do I think this will beat the best 2 classes in the game right now? No, but I think it's going to do really well against pretty much everything else. The list is really solid. So, anyways, that's what I got for you guys. I wanted to share because what I thought was good, what I think is doing well right now, what I'm going to be playing tonight, and just a lot of really interesting, fun day 1. A lot of decks. Like I said, I think if you're a kind of beginner, intermediate player, Paladin's probably the way to go. Really strong and simpler game plan. Where Watchpost Rogue is actually really hard. So it takes a lot of focus. Also, I think no Minion Mage, solid if you have those cards. Like I said, try out this meaty version. Looks really good. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Really fun day 1. So hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the stream later tonight. So